how does Said explain the absence of anything like Orientalism in Islam, or in China, or in India? Why didn't India have an Orientalism? Why didn't ancient China have anything similar at all approaching the scale of Orientalist scholarship? Departments, area studies, right? Going on the ground, producing new law. We don't have it. It doesn't exist. We didn't have in any ancient civilization, in any pre-modern, not even ancient, in any pre-modern civilization, Islam included, we do not have a parallel to the phenomenon of Orientalism and Orientalist scholars, and even Western knowledge entirely. You don't have people who are Europeanists within,
well, Occidentalists, to give it.
Occidentalists, right? That are going to go do field work and sit in on a classroom in Oxford and, oh, wow, very interesting. Yeah, this is fascinating. Look at how the natives do this. Look how the natives.
Look how the Englishman eats his baked beans on toast. It's interesting how he opens the can and pours it in the thing and he heats it up. And this is a very interesting culinary practice. What does this tell us about the essential English character for lack of taste in food? Or something
how primitive of that, right? No, but this is exactly the halak's question. Why not? And the answer, if we're going to just like fast forward, but we'll unpack it. The answer is that this type of knowledge was built for domination and subjugation. The Western knowledge was not a knowledge without a purpose. No, the opposite. The knowledge was vested with a purpose and a reason to exist, and the reason to exist was subjugation and domination. Yep. The Islamic civilizations and the other civilizations, they conquered, of course, 100%. They conquered. One could say dominated. He'll get into that language later. But they didn't have, it didn't occur to them that they would want to completely hollow out people from the inside out, replace their subjectivity, obliterate their culture, eviscerate their ways of thinking about the world. Never occurred to any civilization in history.
The paradigmatic example of that, of course, is the French, when Napoleon went to Egypt, for example, and with an army of academics to study the natives and write about their language, their habits, their customs, and talk about eviscerating, hollowing out. And we see this, the French in Algeria. Algeria was not a colony. It was part of France. And the natives were told to become French. In other words, to stop speaking Arabic, to women stop wearing hijab, and so on. So even the British didn't go that far in the British Empire. But yeah, Islamically, of course, yes, the Muslims conquered, but they actually respected the otherness of the Christian culture, the Jewish culture, and so on. And they're permitted to carry on, basically, according to their own cultural norms. Something the French, the kind of bête noire was never permitted their subjects to do.